Hello and welcome to Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. Videos on this channel is directed to the adult community as it contains strippers, so good it'll take the paint off diecast vehicles, nudity of paint stripped diecast vehicles, and a man playing with his tools. Adult supervision advised for those under 16 years in age. So come along, enjoy what's coming up. In this episode of Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage, we were invited by KC from Mania 3D and the Diecast workshop to take part in an All Aussie build. And the build is for the Australian Holden. So to honour that, I've invited the Holden Club of Gravesend to bring along their cars. So here they are. So just doing their show, and then we'll work on a car for this episode. So we've just brought along a few, mainly Monaros. There's a few EJs up the back, and the NRMA are bringing in the vehicle that we're going to be working on. So we've got the HZ Kingswood bringing in a HK Monaro, which has seen better days. So we'll get on to that very shortly. Just do one more round on the turntable. The NRMA are very busy today, so they'll come off and they will bring the Monaro to the centre for us. There we go. And the members of the NRMA are going off. So here we are, we're left with the tracks, HK Holden. So what we'll do is we'll push this into the workshop and we'll take a closer look at it. See you inside the workshop. Alright, here we have the tracks HK Holden Monaro. It's in, well, I would say sort of a poorish condition, in that the paint up there is rough. The wheels, it rolls. But yeah, it's a few things. I think this might have been an early casting from tracks. The later ones are more to what the car should look like, but this is the one that we're going to be working on today, and we'll show you the other vehicles that are here that are watching what we're going to do for the All Aussie Holden build. So we'll pull this one apart and we'll catch you in a moment. Alright, so let's start taking this HQ apart. Now I do apologise for the lighting. I just can't block the garage window. The window's too high to reach from the outside, and I can't get to it from the inside because the bench that I'm working from. Anyway, we've got 2 screws in the bottom. There's one. Just waiting for the other one to, we'll bring it out this way. There's 2. There's our base. Might keep these wheels May swap them over for something else. I think I have something better. I just have to check to see if it might fit. Ooh. I think I have some better wheels. So anyway, that's something to have a look for a little bit later. Now to get the bumpers out, need to push up a little bit and then out. That's our front and grille. It is missing the lights there, but I have something else to that we can put in there. The rear bumper's the same, just lift up the back end again. There she goes, she folds out. Now it is broke. This side here is on. I don't know if you can see that from the sun. I can't see in the camera properly. There we go. This side here is broken, so we'll need to fix that, and it also needs to be painted in the back. Out comes the interior. It's one piece. Doesn't look too bad. 3-spoke steering wheel. So we'll keep that the same colour, and we have our interior plastics. Now it's unusual whether that will come up on the screen. There we go. The ribbing across there, whether that's to give it strength, I don't know. Anyway, the glass will need to clean up and polish up. It's a bit scuffed. It's got some sticky stuff on it, so that's something else that we need to do. And of course, here is our casting. So anyway, the next part is, what we'll do is what we've done. Yeah. Next part is we're going to clean up some of this stuff that we've got here, and we'll also we'll put our screws somewhere safe. You watch me lose them, I'll put them up here. So everybody remind me that the screws are up here. We'll clean up the interior, we'll clean up this. We'll see if we can fix the rear bumper, and we'll see if we can clean up the front grille. As I said, the base here is in good nick, so we don't need to paint the base. We may do a wheel swap, we may not. We'll see how we go. Alright, catch you in a moment when we've got our bathtub ready. Alright, so let's put our goodies into the poor man's wash machine. I'll put it all in. Doesn't hurt. We're in Corona time, so we need to give everything a bit of a... Ooh, water's hot. That's good. Alright. So at the time of filming this, we see that Marty from Marty's Matchbox Makeovers may be back online. He's just posted a video using the Starlink satellite for his internet. Of course, in Australia we have such great internet service that half the country can't even get it. That's how good we are. What am I saying? Half the country. 80% of the country can't get decent internet. And I'm just fortunate as to where I'm at currently. I do have good internet, but at times when I go into country New South Wales to Gravesend, you're better off with a can, with 2 cans and a piece of string. You can have better internet. Anyway, I digress. So we'll just give these things a quick wash. Of course, you know, so when we go to our next station, we are seeing some people, and to be with them, you need to be clean. So what else we got in here? What else we got? If we can find it. Here is our glass. That's what's coming off. Whatever was on here, it seems to be coming off, so that's good. So we'll give that also a dry. We'll see what the glass looks like after it's dry. We most likely will put it, dip it. And while we're still missing the rear bumper. There it is. The rear part of the car. The part that we need to fix. So, alright. And we'll put the casting in just for good measure. Just for good measure. Get inside as well. Give it a dry. Okay, so, alright. Catch you at the next station. It'll either be trying to fix the bumper, or might see some strippers. So you'll have to wait and see what we've got. Alright, we're in the front row seat for our strippers. So, are we ready? Girls, are you ready? Here we go, guys. Look at that. Look at the paint lift. We have lift off. So we shouldn't be too long in here. And what I do these days is that I put the caustic soda in first. Well, put the casting in first, then put 4 teaspoons of caustic soda in, and then we have do the water. And the idea is that we can control the fizz, which is what everybody's looking for. We can control that fizz a little bit. Looks like she's had a big smash up the front. But that's just one piece of paint that's lifting up. All right, so we're having some paints waving bye-bye. We're being free of decasting. So we'll let that stew for a couple of moments. I'm going to have a cup of coffee with the other girls in the background, and we'll catch you in a few moments. Okay, I'm hoping that lighting is improving because we are in the afternoon at this point in time, so I do apologise for the poor lighting while I put these files away. As you can see, the vehicle is stripped, it's naked. I've taken some of these casting lines off. I've sanded it down, the same thing on the back, on here and so I want to say so forth, which is what I say quite often, and I say a lot, but that's just me. So all I'm going to do now is something that I learnt from Martin there, and you'll hear me refer to Martin there quite a few times in my videos. He's been at this game longer than what I have, but I like to learn from the masters. So thank you, Martin, and thank you for being my friend. Alright, so anyway, we've done the stripping, so now we're going to do the polishing. I've reverted over to using these brushes from the Dremel tool, because the brushes on the Dremel tool, if you get the cheap Chinese brand, you're forever picking the bristles out of your shirts and pants and whatever. With this, I haven't had that problem. It's a little bit more effort in the polishing stakes, but you get just as good a result, if not better. So that's one side done, or part of it done. As you can see, this side here is not so shiny because we haven't done it yet. I watched the transformation. Doesn't take much. This is just a brush that I bought out of Woolies. Was it Woolies? May have been a reject shop. One of those dollar shops. And there you can see she coming up nice and shiny. We'll take off, like we still have a little bit of paint there. You will take that off. And now we'll do the roof. I know the light's not the best in here, not very shiny. Don't have to worry so much behind here because that's not going to be seen in there. But we got the valance down the front. We've got the front of the bumper, around the edges, and so you've got all not nice and shiny. Don't forget the rear section. We don't only just use this brass brush, we're now going over to the steel wool, and that just takes more of the deep scratches out. Because after we've gone through with the steel wool, we give it a good cleaning with some IPA, isopropyl alcohol. You can use methylated spirits. The idea is get, like I'm holding this with no gloves, get the grease that my hands are putting on this casting, get that off, and that will give it a better paint finish. I know what colour I'm painting it now. A friend of the family had one of the first Monaros that came out in, what was it, in the 60s, 68, I think it was, when the HT came out. So I'll be painting it that colour. It won't have the correct wheels for that era. Nothing much I can do about that because there is no aftermarket for those wheels that I know of. But we have done a wheel swap. We've taken these wheels away, and we have some better suiting wheels for it. But you get to see that later. So if you want to see it, you'll just have to stay to the end of the video. Alright, so it's not always easy to watch. If you've been watching quite a few of these videos, to watch them from start to finish, you just want to see, what do you start with, what they finish with. That's fine too, if you want to do that. But if you do skip, you miss out on some little tidbits on the way through. Alright, the next part is I'll prime it. I'll do that off camera, and I will paint this one on camera, the first coat. Again, if I just paint the whole thing all the way through, it will get too boring. So just to keep it interesting, we'll come back when this is in primer. Catch you then. Caught ya. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to put some, a little bit hard to see in the, where's that camera? There it is. Okay, we're going to put some headlights in. The ones that were in this were missing. And what we're using is, this is just some cheap stuff from the, I'll have to get used to this camera because I'll put it in a different position where I usually have it. This is just some stuff that I picked up from the reject shop or the dollar store. Just some jeweled headlights, or jewels. So they should just go in. They have a sticky back to them. So we just put one in there. And there we go. We have one in, and we're about to put the other one in. That's what happens when you've got big fat fingers and thumbs. But we will get it in there. And there we go. I think those lights suit it, those jewels. So we've got the headlights done. We've already, I haven't used the Molotov chrome on this because I don't have it. So we've just painted the grille silver and the bumper silver. We have done a repair on the bumper because this part here was broken. So that still needs to have the tail light and indicators painted in. As you can see, it's got a, just above my thumb here, it is a bit rough section there, but I can't do anything about that. It's just the way it is. So, alright, that part's done. Insert's been done. Glass is nice and clean. The tyres you'll see later. So, time for priming. I'll do that off camera, wait for it to dry, and we'll come back when she's ready for paint. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have our tack coat on. That was very quick, I know. She came out a lot quicker than I expected. Anyway, I'll finish this off camera and we'll come back. I have a surprise. Well, here we are. It's reveal time for the ALL Aussie Builders Holden build. The NRMA are just doing a final check on our car. They've approved it and they'll just go off to the side in a moment. So here we have our Trax HK Monaro. We have stripped it. She's been repainted. Got new lights. We have new tyres. We can thank the tyres for the Disney cars. We've made our own decals on the sides and on the hood and bonnet. We've done a repair on the rear bumper. And Hot Wheels have been kind enough to give us an engine. But we have a little surprise for you. There's a bit of a roller, but we have a surprise. And the surprise is we have a normal car. So, we'd like to thank new subscribers, current subscribers. Thank you very much for watching this episode. And the Gravesend Holden Club. We have a few vehicles here. They've come to enjoy the little show. They'd like to thank you as well. So, if you would like to see this Hot Wheel engine permanently on this Monaro, leave a comment. If you don't want to see it, leave a comment as well. So, it's easily put on, and I think it can look the part if you're into drag racing. Yes, I've got a manual turntable. Again, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Take care, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now from Gravesend.